Before starting the video, a small intro about me. So I make simple, honest videos about my traveling, and I want to keep the views very minimal because I don't want to show you everything that I see, and I want you to experience what I have seen in real, not in the videos. So that's one of my goals. And so let's get started with our video. It's regarding a 5-day trip to Krabi in Thailand. We chose Krabi because it is not a very big party city, but the party exists. I would not say it doesn't exist, but it is a mix of nature and touristry and beach vibe. If we chose because we don't want to go to Bangkok or Pattaya or Phuket, which is very crowded, which I've heard of. And one of our Thai friends, he also suggested Krabi, so we decided to go here because we want to have a relaxed and we are not party persons, so we want just a relaxed itinerary. So yes, we chose Krabi because of that. And let's get started. So we started our journey from Krabi to Avnang. So Avnang is the place that we stayed, and it is a half an hour journey from Krabi to Avnang by taxi. And the view towards Avnang was really beautiful with the limestone cliff mountains. So this is the small capture of those, and we decided to stay in Avnang because that is a happening place, and also we get to go to the nearby islands from Avnang. And look who is there. It's our Vinayakar, and yeah, it's a mix of Buddhism and Hinduism. Not exactly Hinduism, but yeah, it traveled from India. So yes, we have our Vinayakar here in the hotel that we stayed in Avnang. I think it's 3 to 4 kilometers far from the beach area, but then it is very central in the town. Nearby we had every amenities that we need during the travel. For example, supermarkets, hospitals, medical shops, and so on. So it was and even the bike rental service was right opposite to that. At night we went to Avnang night market and we tried different varieties of Thai food. And please be careful to try out non-veg items because it might be made before or it might be good also. So please check out those before trying it. And there was a fire show that was brilliant, and we had we did shopping for our home. We bought some souvenirs, and I would say the night market was cheaper when compared to other places in Thailand for some of the goods that we had, like triple the amount of price for the same product in a different place. So please check it out. Day 2 started with our journey from Avnang to Phi Phi Islands. So we started our speedboat journey from Noparathara Pier. We booked online before we came to Thailand. So the speedboat luckily stopped in the area that the resort was located, but usually it's not the case. So in Phi Phi Islands there is the main pier from where we have to take another speedboat to reach our resort that we booked because it was in other part of the island. But luckily in the morning we had a stop over there from Avnang, so we saved some bucks there. This is the view from the resort. It was really breathtaking blue and different shades of blue, and this is a view from our balcony. It was spectacular, that's the word I would say. And also there is the view from our bathtub. It was also quite nice to have a bath there, and I had some few clips. The resort had activities like kayaking and snorkeling for 1 hour as free, and also the yoga sessions in the morning were also free with the package just for a 1 night stay. In the evening we decided to go out for a walk, and if you have stayed in a coastal area then you would have known the phenomena of high tides and low tides. So here is a picture that shows the ocean has low tide, and so we walked over the water area and it was quite nice, and it was my first time, even though I am in I belong to a coastal area. This is my first time to walk out like in the beach, so it was really nice, and the night view from the beach was also quite nice. And we had our dinner outside, and that was a calm area of the Phi Phi Islands. I think I have not seen the party area of the Phi Phi Islands, but I've heard that there is another side to it. Day 3 started with a cozy breakfast from our hotel, and this is our breakfast view. It was quite amazing, and we again saw this high tide, low tide phenomena because the water was inside the sea, and within 1 hour of time while we finished off breakfast, the water rose and it was high tide again, and it was really beautiful to see those phenomena while we were eating and having our breakfast. After our breakfast, we checked out from the hotel, and since we had time, we were using some of the activities like swimming and extra from the resort, and then we started our journey towards Aonang. And for that we have to go to the main pier in Phi Phi Islands, and there was a very big market area, and we ate in a very nice restaurant, and in the restaurant we happened to see this cute little turtle inside the restaurant. Fortunately, I did not happen to take any photos of the market in Phi Phi, but it was really big and it was crowded, at least when we went, and from there we boarded the ferry towards Aonang, and we were prepared to go to the Christmas Eve in the church, and so we started our journey from Phi Phi to Aonang. It was Christmas Eve that day, and we wanted to see the local church and experience them, so we decided to go to a Catholic church there, and we happened to see half of the church was filled with foreigners and half were the locals, and the eve was very nice, and we had actually food from the church members there, and they cooked local Thai food from their home, and it was very lovely of them, and we got to try the local food that they eat and the dessert, and they had some games, and it was very lovely evening. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Day 4 started very slowly for us, and we rented a bike that was right opposite to the hotel, the service, and we gave a deposit of 2,000 Thai baht in cash. But it was really worth it, and please make sure you have the international driving permit, even if you have a European license or any US license or even Indian license, so please make sure that. And we decided to go to the Emerad Pool and Tiger Cave Temple and some hot springs. Beware, it took almost 1.5 hours almost to reach the place, so if you don't have time, just simply skip this place. We started from Emerald Pool, and we also went to the nearby hot springs. So that was the first time that I saw a hot spring. I've experienced a hot spring. It was really hot. It was almost like 45 degrees, and it was hotter than a sauna. But it was very nice, and to see the nature in its different form. Then we headed to the Tiger Cave Temple, or Wat Tham Sue. The temple is located beneath in the ground floor, and you can see it if you reach in time. But if you want to climb up, then you can do that, but please be careful, and also please be fit before you go there, because it is almost 90 degrees step, and it was very steep, and the steps were very narrow, and I couldn't take any videos or photos because I was very afraid that I will fall if I leave the handles. But it was worth it, I would say. As you could see, it was really cloudy, and when we started back to our hotel, it was heavily raining, and we drove back safely. Day 5 started quite early for us because we booked an early morning tour of the Hong Islands, and it was really worth it because we booked it early morning to avoid all the crowds there. I want to keep some of the background sounds because it was literally just us and very few people, and we really enjoyed the calmness of the sea and the bird sounds. And then we hiked up to a viewpoint in Hong Island, and that was also quite heavy on our legs after the Tiger Cave, but the view was, oh my god, the view, and as I said, the nature sound in the early morning was, it was really calming and soothing for us. It was a private 4 island tour in a long tailboat, and I recommend it. And then we stopped at the Lading Island and we clicked some few pictures and we saw a group of fishes. And yeah, the day we spent, it will remain in our memory forever, to see these blue skies and blue water. And as the sun goes up, the water starts like reflecting. And then we stopped in another island called Pakpia Island. Since the crowd was less, we saw people sunbathing and so on. Then we went to snorkeling, and I could not take some videos of it, but finally we arrived at the Hong Lagoon. Actually we planned it earlier, but then there was this low tide, so that the boat couldn't go, and we requested the captain to go there again, and it was already 12 and there was so much crowd, as you see. We had day 6 in our itinerary also, but then I was completely sick, and there was some food poisoning and I was completely dehydrated and I couldn't walk. So, but then we booked this tour and I found it really interesting, and I saw some videos also, so I would highly recommend it to do if you skip or if you want to swap one of the days. Thanks for watching the video, and please like and subscribe and support me, and in my next video we can talk about the places that we booked and the websites and the travel bookings and how much did we spend and so on. So please follow. In the description box, I will attach a link directly to an Excel sheet where I made this itinerary soon. Thank you.